You're listening to the Friends After 40 podcast, where every episode feels like a conversation on your couch with close friends. So grab your coffee or your cocktail and come hang out with us.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Welcome back. What's going on?
How are you?
Doing all right?
Yeah.
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 I see you looking at me.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
We're all in black
Looking at
and
me?
green.
I know, right? That was
Or
not
green.
planned.
Yes,
We are just,
Right.
we're in sync.
we're in sync, kind of like
We're-
cycles.
Yeah. Our cycles are in sync.
Really?
I was going to say
menses.
something around circadian rhythm, but I
Our
like
menses.
cycles.
Uh-huh.
Our cycles are
Our
in
cycles
sync.
Our
are not in
cycles
sync.
are in
Hello.
I don't cycle.
You do. You
Thank
just
God
don't know
I don't
it.
cycle.
Yeah, you do.
You just don't know it. Yeah.
Anywho, today's topic.
Yeah.
People watching.
Yes.
Favorite pastime that we all do. You all do too, those that are listening and watching around the world.
Especially on vacation. That's
Especially
the
on
best.
vacation. Is that your favorite time to go ahead and people watch?
It is. It is. Because I'm usually like a few drinks in, laying on a freaking bed somewhere where it's nice out, and I'm just watching everybody. Just watching. And wondering, wonder how many drinks that person had.
Yeah.
You know, and then if they're talking like with their spouse or whatever, we actually have done like, this is what they're talking about. And then we'll just start going back and forth and be like, so how was your day? Or no, it was terrible. Well, you know, I just went to the bathroom. And so we'll just do some stupid like that, right? Do you remember we did that in Mexico one time at the bar?
So it's like, what do they call that in the NFL? They do the lip reading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad lip
The,
reading.
the bad lip reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done the bad lip reading
Yeah.
on vacation. That's actually pretty fun.
It is pretty fun. It's like, what do you think they're saying right now?
Mm-hmm.
I think she's saying.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
is pretty fun. Some of us are better at people watching and ear hustling than others.
Yeah.
Which sometimes I'm totally oblivious to what's going on. My wife is a pro
Yeah.
At ear hustling.
Yes.
at ear. Listen, okay, people. If you're having a conversation within earshot of my wife, then you're talking to her too.
100%. We are in this together. I'm not going to look at you. I'm not going to turn around. I'm not going to make it obvious, but I'm listening. I might lean, though. I might do one of these.
just a slight lean.
Just a slight lean.
Just
And
a
I
sh- a
might
shift
shush my
in the-
husband.
a
Be
shift
like,
in
"Well,
the seat."
I'm listening.
You can tell. It's like, I know she's listening. It's like when you think about your children before they were potty trained, and you could tell they was taking the dump in the corner.
Yeah, why do they go in the corner?
I don't know
That's-
why the corner.
Janine has a look when she's ear hustling.
She's concentrating.
That's right.
That's her superpower.
Yeah, but and I like to people watch. But I'm thinking about like where they came from, where they're going, how much money they make. That's what my people watching consists of.
Let's see what kind of car they just pulled up in. But, you know, it's hard to gauge because some people don't dress like they have money, and they're probably like
Yes.
the richest
Yes.
people in the world.
Yeah, we know someone who's pretty caked up and drives a reasonable car, wears regular clothes, so you'd never know
Right.
people watching him. So
Yeah, people watching is fun. My version of people watching, it usually happens when I'm traveling most of the time, right? In the airport, or in a different city, and then the wheels start turning, and you just wonder what people are up to, what goes on in their lives and stuff like that. So it's always fun. Where is your favorite place to people watch then? So Lisa's was on vacation. What about you?
I don't favorite place to people watch.
The bar.
Well, the bar, yeah, but it's hard to tell. I mean, that's probably the best place to ear hustle.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, the airport. I think large public places is like my. I mean, even like on vacation when we were like tourists and you watch. Oh my gosh, at the airport, remember the parent was disciplining the one child. The child was off the hook.
Mm-hmm.
You remember?
Mm-hmm. And we judged from afar. Yes. Yep, we do that too when we people watch. Yeah. There's a lot of judgment happening. It's like, look, they're not even watching that kid. Mm-hmm. We did that at the beach. We were like, let's see how far this kid makes it. I don't even think the parents realized.
Yeah.
Oh my God, at the beach.
Because we were people watching. Yep.
When we went to the beach this year, there was these two people digging a huge hole.
Oh, it was so
were they burying
weird.
bodies?
That's what we thought. Well, so when we got there, we didn't realize it was a couple. I don't know where the girlfriend
She was in the hole.
She was in the hole. Jesus.
But the hole was so deep. Mm-hmm. Because I kept once I locked in, I couldn't stop staring at what was happening, right? And he jumped into it. That's how
were they getting
deep
out?
The hole was. Wait, and then she shows up and she gets in there. She's shoveling snow, sand too. So they both dug this hole. Mm-hmm. I want to say it came up to like their neck.
What was the purpose?
I don't know, because then around 4 or 5 o'clock, I guess they were like, oh, it's dinner time. And they started to fill the hole in.
Huh?
I didn't understand it
What?
at
That
all.
makes no sense.
I didn't get it. And then we watched that. I was like, how long is it going to take them to fill this hole?
Maybe they were practicing on,
Maybe.
Let's see how long it's going to take for us to dig
like,
this
does anyone
hole
else see
to
this?
bury
This is
this
so
body.
bizarre.
And we're at the beach, so no one's really going to pay attention except Janine, right?
Did you catch the news that evening? Was there anything?
I mean, it was the beach, so I thought they were pirates burying a treasure. All you saw was like sand shooting out of the hole.
Yeah,
Like,
you just.
It was that deep?
Yes, he was in the, and he had to be. I mean, obviously taller than me, maybe 5'7", let's say. In the hole.
No, that's just odd. You didn't go up to them and be
very
like, why
odd.
are you digging this hole?
No, I
And
really
then you
wanted
know what
to,
they
though.
did when they were done?
She says they filled it back up.
They filled.
They filled it back up. Yeah,
I'm
they
telling
couldn't
you, they
leave
were
it.
timing themselves.
They were
Yep,
practicing
they
for
were
something,
practicing.
right?
They were like,
That's
timer,
what I said. I
let's
was
go.
like-
Let's see how many people we can fit in this one hole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That is way too strange.
That is strange.
Yeah, and-
was the same amount of people that were there at the beginning of the day leave at the end of the day?
We don't know this.
And let
They
me
were in
tell
the
you,
hole.
they did it like away from the water. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So our spot every day was like right where the what do you call that? The tide came in,
Yep.
right? And so basically, once you stepped onto the beach, that's where they were, like away from everyone else, digging this 5-foot deep hole.
That's just odd. That is so odd.
I was like, what are they doing? This was crazy. Yeah.
That was crazy. I think there are times where you people watch and you gain some form of inspiration too. I remember you telling me you were on the plane and there was some gentleman sitting maybe across from you. And apparently he was a regular on the plane and he would change his clothes when he got
Yes.
like
Yes. So it was I was on a flight to London, and strikingly handsome executive gets on the plane, like typical, like he's tan, gray hair, like just like some guy who belongs on the cover of some kind of GQ magazine,
Forbes.
right? And I'm like, this guy. I'm sitting there and I'm in like sweats that are like wrinkled. I'm looking all disheveled, right? And this guy rolls in and he's got, a leather man bag. It's kind of like what I would say is a merce, right? He's got a merce. It's a high-end designer, I'm sure. He comes in and he's got his, the suit bag where he's got his suit in it. And he sits down, he gets settled in, and he gets up and he goes over to the bathroom and he comes out and he's got like just this all black, neat pajama outfit on. T-shirt.
His relaxing.
Maybe some what I would probably call yoga pants or something a little baggier. Black socks, all black down.
He was in business
Right?
class, huh?
Even changed his watch.
Oh.
Right? Changed his watch.
And how did you notice this?
Because I noticed these things.
Because he was people watching.
because he people watches.
You were doing a good job, people watching.
And
Very
I look
good.
at fashion, right? I mean, check out our 90s episode. So, so then he sits down and I'm like, so now we've gone from people watching to like really nosy body. Like
Right,
I'm
now you're
peeking
just staring,
over.
right?
He doesn't have a privacy screen on his laptop screen. So I'm like, what does this guy do? And I look over and he's some kind of commercial real estate
Oh, of course.
banking guy, right? And so he's got like plans and agreements up on his screen, and I'm like, oh, all right, interesting. And I happened to spot his first and last name, so I went down the rabbit hole and looked him up when I got home. And
James.
That's level 3 people watching.
That's kind of stalker.
It's not stalker; it's curiosity. So,
And did you look up his net worth too?
Yeah.
I might have. I didn't necessarily punch in net worth.
Stalker
it's
adjacent.
like, 'cause
It was an option, right?
but I was curious about the career, so I looked up, and sure enough, it was a commercial real estate guy that I think owns a, some boutique investment firm or something like that, and he had this really wonderful picture of him and what I presume was his 2 kids, and like adult kids. In the water, as if like their back was to the ocean and they were facing the beach, but the person who grabbed the photo was facing them, so they just had like as if they were just floating there, and they just were all 3 of them were like cued in on the beach. And it was just this awesome photo. I'm like, that's a very wealthy looking photo.
Like, darn it, even the photo.
This is all the things that are going on in my mind, sitting here on the plane for a few minutes with this guy. And then sure enough, he got up at the end of the flight, went back in the bathroom, came out in an all black suit, Ferragamo's on, and
Changed his watch.
put his watch back on and everything. He was up and fresh and ready to go.
Wow.
And I still continue to look as disheveled as I did.
But now moving forward, you're
Moving
like,
forward.
okay, so the next time you go on that flight to London, you're probably going to have your nice little pajama set, different watch.
I mean, it's like manifesting, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It is.
It was just funny. I was like, this guy is actually, from a planning perspective, got it all down pat. Because if I
Yeah.
was smart, I would have planned a pajama outfit to actually sleep in on the way out.
Yeah. Especially like if it's a red eye, right? If it's an overnight flight.
And it was.
Yeah. Because then you're going to get up and you're going to be in those same clothes.
And
then
I
you gotta-
was.
And you got to walk up. Yeah. See? No, you can't do that.
He's doing it right.
He
I
is
felt
doing
like
it
a
right.
slacker. Yikes.
Seriously.
I mean, I just put on those Joker pants and keep them on.
Like comfy.
Yeah.
Because now we have like airport outfits, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a whole
That's a whole
section
thing.
now. Airport outfits.
Yes, I believe that. Ginny, what's your favorite people watching story or scene?
You mean after the one I just gave you at the beach?
Yeah.
Yep.
But that one was just strange.
That was strange, but that was good,
Yeah, it was
right?
good.
Because I had all kinds of stories in my head. I was like, what are they doing? I don't know.
You should have walked by and be like, ha, are you burying bodies? And then kept walking. And I'd be like,
Should have been like, cops are right over there. Just a heads up.
you need any help?
Right? I'm trying to think. I know we had one at a restaurant where we were sitting at the bar and we were watching. I'm going to say a couple. I don't think they were like dating though. And then all of a sudden, it went from like a heated discussion to what I think was like a very short argument, and then the guy just got up and left. Right? And Ramon noticed it because of the way he was sitting, and I was like, no, he's gonna come back. Like I just knew in my heart he was gonna come back. I don't know why, but
left.
I was. This was my narrative. I was like, no, he's gonna come back. And then we waited, and Ramon's like, he's not coming back. He's mad. I don't know what she did. But he's mad. And I was like, well, why did she do it, right? Because
Right.
now you have to go with the story. Yeah. And I was like, but why is it her? Maybe he did something. He was like, well, he's the one who left, not her. And I was like, okay, fine.
Maybe she told him to leave.
Right? Because she sat at the bar after. Like, she didn't get up and storm out after. She sat, she finished her wine. She had a nice glass of wine. She sat there for like a good 15 minutes after, leisurely, scrolled through her phone, the whole I don't give a F, right? And I was like, okay, she's clearly trying to look like nothing just happened, but something just happened and he left, but I can't think of anything else after that? I've had a lot of
Ear hustles.
ear hustle and
Well, that's a form.
I just can't think
that's a
of
form, right?
of any right now.
It's people listening.
Yeah.
People listening.
Oh, because I'm
Listening.
nosy. I'm
Yeah.
nosy. So, you know, I told you, if you're around me, I am going to lean in.
Well, what do we think happened yesterday at the bar?
When?
Oh, between
Yeah.
the bartender and the guy that the two of you knew.
Oh! I asked Lisa that today, and I said, "What was that?" Because it looked like someone got up and stormed out of the place.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was last call, and someone wasn't too keen on it being last call. So, but that's.
I asked
that's a
Lee, I was
simple
like, was he
answer.
drunk? She's like, yeah. So that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Then.
We can't talk about him too much because I gave him the QR code to our YouTube channel last night. So just careful.
Well, now he knows who it is.
No judgment. No judgment.
Well,
just
you
nosy.
well,
we
you
just want to know what.
Gave it away right
No,
now.
this episode won't drop for a few months. Don't worry about it.
Lord. Oh, goodness.
That's what happens when it's way too close to home. Mm-hmm. But that, so you guys you're hustling, and then we caught a little bit of a watch on that. So
Yeah.
all right. Mm-hmm. Interesting. What else?
I'm trying to think of something that was memorable. I'm just like I'm the worst at it. I don't like people watching and ear hustling. Because Jean would be like, "You didn't hear what they?" I was like, "No, I don't know what they." She has to cue me into it.
I'm the same
I
with
agree.
James. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, did you just hear that? He's like, what? And I'm like, you didn't hear that?
Like, how did you not hear that?
Like Lisa's lucky I'm listening to her, let alone other.
Facts.
And that's that's what it is. But
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the times it's when I'm people watching, it does have to do with parents and their children, and this sounds bad. Probably some judgment happening in my head on parenting skills. And it's usually like when we're sitting and waiting somewhere. Like I remember we were at the I think Mall of not Mall of America, American Dream. And we were just sitting and waiting, and we were watching, I don't know, someone with their two children, and
By the food court?
But one child was straying way too far. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, why are they letting this little child
Wander
off and paying no attention? I guess they're like, he'll come back when he's ready.
come back when he's ready.
When he's ready.
But
That's not what you
That's
do with
the
your
new
kids?
parenting style. We
Yeah.
don't parent our children. It's the new style.
Is that a thing?
I don't freaking know. Oh my God.
I mean, I remember people watching on the train.
Oh my God, I was going to say that. People watch on the subway is...
Do you have a Subway people watching story to share?
I can't. I don't have one in particular. I just remember thinking you have to be so careful because you're facing each other.
Yep.
So you're kind of like secretly, or if the person's to your left or the right, you're kind of like, I don't know, pretending to read a book or something, but you're like, looking over
Until
into
they
there.
catch your eye. They catch your eye. You like,
And then you
You gotta
just
find
smile.
something to look
And
at.
you're just like,
Yeah.
hi.
Well, what about the one on the train where the person next to you is nodding off, right? And the neck snapping is like really hard. So I cannot help but like to just stare.
It's really
and just
funny.
and just watch.
I've been that person, by the way,
watch
several
that.
times.
And then those that they fall asleep on the next person's shoulder.
Yes.
Like they just lean and
That has
and
happened to me several times.
Do you let it continue or do you
No,
wake
I
them
do
up?
one of these.
Do that again.
Like this.
Yeah, just
Yep.
That was pretty smooth. That was a good one.
that's what she does to me when I try and fall asleep on her shoulder.
Yep. I think I've only allowed on the subway like a kid. Like
To
a
fall
small
asleep,
kid,
like on
yeah.
your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But adults don't get a pass.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Ew.
That shit is breaks
Yeah.
out. It's just, I can't. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
yeah. Like, what are you doing? No.
No. Mm-mm.
We sat down last night, and Lisa just downright grabbed the pillow and put it right on my shoulder. And it was like, good night. We woke up like 3 o'clock this morning. Oh, man.
Passed out.
Tired. Oh, man.
Yesterday was a long day.
It was.
I see more on the plane, like to go back to plane, I guess. Do you remember, and like, I don't know if it was a tick or if something was going on with this young lady, and I get it. Plane seats are uncomfortable, especially for long rides. This poor girl could not sit still. I mean, I'm talking probably in her 20s or something. And she sat right across from us, one aisle seat. And she just was just uncomfortable like the whole flight. And gosh, it had to be like a 3+ hour flight. And
she could not stop moving.
She could not stop moving.
Like everything was like,
I felt so
she wanted
bad
to get out of her
because,
skin. It looked like.
It was like, whoa. It was a lot. And it was, I mean, nonstop. I've never seen it before. Nonstop movement.
Wow.
The entire time. And watching something on her iPad.
Yeah.
But nonstop, I was like, wow, that's got to be
But you know
really tough.
that happened. I actually recorded it because I was so done. When we were on our flight to Barcelona, and the lights are off because everything, and she is sitting right across from me, so I can see her.
Different person, right?
Different person.
Story,
This is a different person. And this lady, she want to turn on all the lights, turn on all the screens. She want to move. She wants to go up in the freaking compartment. I'm like, what are you doing? Go to sleep. I'm like, no, I can't sleep because you're bothering me.
This is an overnight flight,
This is an overnight flight. And I just took out my phone and I started recording because I wanted to show James she was doing this for at least 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And I'm like, they told you they were shutting off the lights, lady. Pay attention. It's night. And she was just moving and wanted to see this and do that. And she wants to wipe everything down. And then
maybe she's a night owl.
Listen. She
She's
was
like, I'm gonna
wiping
do
everything
all my
that I don't know if she
things.
was with her father or somebody, but she went and took out all her wipes, was wiping all this, the part where you put your feet at. And I'm like, he got socks on. He's good. But she had to do all of that when it was time to go to sleep.
When the lights finally went out.
Yeah. And I was just like, this is too much. This is way too much. Yeah. But I was people watching and judging at the same time. And also cursing her out in my head.
In your head.
I'm sure a few whisper curses came out.
Yeah, the whisper curses.
Well, you made a funny joke about when you saw the whisper wars.
Oh, the arguments.
The arguments when they're out to eat. You've seen a couple of those.
I think I talked about what was the episode? Fighting in public or something like that. But you'll have couples that
The whisper fighters.
whisper fight.
But the thing is, they're whispering, but their facial expressions are saying
right,
it
yeah.
all.
Out loud.
And those are the funniest people watching sessions ever because you're like, what's he saying? Oh my God. I think he's cursing her out. He's cursing her out. Ooh.
We had people watching us the other night while we were at dinner, listening. I was telling them the story about some stuff going on at work and whatnot, and
Oh, that family.
that family right next to
Yeah.
us. She was, and I caught again, locked eyes with her, and she was like, I have this thing now where we're at restaurants and I happen to turn around and lock eyes with people. Apparently,
Well, at least it was her that got caught this time and not you, right?
exactly. Yes, very nice. It was
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And then I was like, does she work with me? Does she work in the same because it's a small world in some of these places, right?
Yeah.
It's like, that's my sister.
Yeah, very nerve wracking.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So people were watching and listening to us that time.
That's
I'm
fun.
sure we provide a lot of entertainment for people
Yeah.
You think we're too loud when
when
we're
they
out?
catch us in
Sometimes.
Yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Lisa tells me I'm too loud all the time.
But you are. You have a loud voice. Like, your voice carries. And he'll be like, oh, my God, did you see that guy over there? And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, everybody heard you.
action. Sometimes we are.
Or when he reads his
people
text
watching
messages
you.
out loud, that's the worst. You do that.
First of all, you don't even need to read them. the font is like a 40.
Yeah.
Okay?
gotta
Everyone
see
can
it.
read them.
Everyone can read them.
I gotta be able to see it
Everyone can see them.
in order to read it. So therefore, everybody can see it.
Everyone
Be
can see
able
it.
to see it. I gotta be able to
crazy.
see it.
I could be texting him something and he'd be like, I have to go to the bathroom and take a poop. Oh, okay. And I'm like, why are you saying that out loud?
The only way it registers.
Exactly.
I can't because I have to read. I have to like take it in.
Every message.
Every message. It's important, especially when it comes from Lisa. I have to be like, what is she saying? What is she asking? What is she really thinking? What's the question behind the question?
Oh, no, don't do
These are
that.
the things.
Overthink.
Too much.
Yep.
These are the things.
No, I just had to use the bathroom.
Yeah. You had to poo.
That's what it was.
The question
And now
behind the
everyone
question
knows
is,
it.
Now everyone knows it.
did you remember
'Cause we're
to put a
talking
new
about it.
roll?
We're talking about it out loud.
Yeah, sometimes we're the people watch ease.
I like that.
When people watch us?
Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
No, I mean everyone people watches, right? I mean it's not.
I think everyone judges when people watching. I mean, otherwise, because you're thinking about what they're doing, you're watching what they're doing, and then you're saying, I don't think they should do it that way.
Yeah. Well, everyone loves a train wreck, right? If you see it,
Everyone loves to see someone else doing worse than themselves. Is that what you're saying?
We can't turn away from it.
Yeah.
it's like reality
It's
TV.
like-
Yeah.
That's the
Can't
ultimate
stop
people
watching.
watching reality TV,
yeah.
right?
Oh my gosh.
Watching bad things happen. I don't know. I mean, if you just see people having fun, how long does that hold your attention? Oh
It
my
doesn't.
God, they're so happy.
Boring.
I'm bored. Yep.
Bored.
Bored.
Now I'm working on the next table. Oh, no, they're
So,
boring.
they're fighting.
Nothing's happening.
Mhm. Yes, I'm here for this.
Yeah.
So you're saying the next time we go out to eat, we should just plan to people watch.
Oh
Yes.
my God, yes.
I feel
You
like
sound really excited about that.
I feel like that's our plan already. Like she's like, oh, we're going out to eat, and I'm going to watch people.
Yeah.
That's why I have to sit a certain way.
Right. So
I need a view of the room.
Yeah. So and I know my place when we dine out. My wife has to face outward so she can see the people.
So I
And
can
that's
watch
it.
them
Yeah.
and silently judge them.
Maybe sometimes not so silent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, look at this. Yeah.
We like to sit in the corner because if there's a shootout that's going to take place, we want to see it happen first, and we need to know where the exits
Okay,
are.
where are we going that there might be a shootout? Because I'm not
Anywhere.
there. I am not there.
You never know. It's
never
crazy
know.
out there. It's a crazy
Yeah.
world.
Sure is.
Not in this bubble.
Do you get excited? Do you get excited when you know you're going to a place because folks you know are going to be there, and you get to people watch them, like because you know it's going to be a show
If
where
I
it goes
know
downhill?
it's going to be there's certain dependable people, right?
Dependable.
Those you can always depend on to give you a good show.
Yeah. I'm like, let's see. We got to get there on time because you know so-and-so is going to be there. They're going to be a mess, and I don't want to miss the mess. Okay.
That's funny.
That's horrible.
It's horrible, but why do they do that every time? I don't know.
God, I think my goal in life now is not to be the mess.
Yes.
That's
I don't want
not
to be the
easy.
mess. I agree.
Yeah.
And you would think it'd be pretty easy, but
No, it's not easy. I mean, it's not. I mean, we're not like a huge mess. Like our lives are not like in that space where we're always that person. But people have their moments. So,
Yeah, but some more than others.
Yeah, just don't be a regular.
Yeah,
right,
a regular.
a regular mess.
right.
A regular mess, right?
Right.
If I'm that person, I want them people to say, "Oh, he was due."
Yeah. It's okay. He
Yes,
gets a pass.
he gets
You
a
get a
pass.
pass?
Yeah.
Pass.
You get a pass this time?
He's never like this. It's okay. I'm here for it. I'm gonna watch.
I'm gonna watch and
Look
judge.
how happy he is. He's so happy though. He's a mess, but he's happy.
He's very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I remember going, it was a work event and we went wine tasting.
Oh man.
We went wine tasting, and with any like wine tasting, the further along you go, of course, the
more
less
drunk you
inhibition you have, right? So, I think at around the third winery, we were a hot mess. We were the people being watched.
You too.
Oh no. He was at a work
I was
event.
at a work event.
This is a work
was
event. They
me
shouldn't
and
even
my
have those.
coworkers
And his
Okay.
boss. His boss
and
was
my
there.
boss,
Okay.
which she was.
They were all a mess.
We were all a mess. So much so there was.
It was a team building event.
After it was
It was a team building event?
Yes,
team
she did
building
the right thing. She had a car, right?
Yes.
They were driven around, but he just told you after their third winery, number 3, they were. How many did you go to? Was it 3 that day?
We went to 3 and then we went to a bar. And that was.
And what
Work
happened at the
people?
bar?
That
Yes.
is-
Oh
Wait,
my
what happened
God.
at the bar?
Filters
What
come
happened
off.
at the bar?
everything.
Didn't you get kicked out of the bar?
We got cut off.
Oh no.
You got cut off?
We
Cut
got
off,
cut
sorry.
off. I almost got
There's
into
a
a fight.
difference.
Oh my gosh.
Hot mess.
Was this at that
One of my
training
coworkers
gig
was
back
out.
in the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of my coworkers was outside throwing up in the bushes.
Oh jeez.
Can you
That
imagine?
was a fun night.
That was. I
They were
mean,
totally the ones being watched.
Oh my God. I was
You were being
so
watched.
embarrassed the next day. That was.
I mean, the beauty of it is that, they were probably embarrassed too, so nobody's going to talk
Right.
about it.
Yeah, they were
It's all-
equally
it's all-
a
Nobody
mess.
talks about it.
Yeah, we were all equally. We were all equally a mess. Oh my God, that was hilarious. I mean, it was fun, but people, and then when you looked around, people were watching us. Like they were watching us. Like they were cute and they were like,
You were those people. That
Yeah.
were-
we were those people. We would, and the shots we were doing like weird. We would do like things that you just shouldn't mix. Let's try a car bomb. Okay, let's try a pickleback. Let's try. Everything is mixing and blending, and I was,
Oh.
That's when like Jägermeister comes out.
yeah, we did a shot of that.
It's just one bad decision after the next.
And it was,
Sure is
it
one bad
was,
decision.
Right?
It was
bad.
one bad, but we didn't drink and drive. We all got in a limo, had to pull over twice for someone to throw up,
Oh jeez.
which was funny. But we were able to trauma bond together
Oh, awesome.
the following Monday.
Is that a thing? Trauma bond?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah.
Bonding over
Because
a
I mean,
mutual trauma?
they were equally messed
any
up.
trauma.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
So there's no judgment. You're all the
there
same.
was no judgment. Just
Were there any firings?
no.
No.
Okay.
No. I
All
mean,
right.
no, there was no
'Cause
fire.
I
usually
mean, the
those-
person
those
who should have
things-
got fired was the one who freaking planned that thing.
It was the boss's idea. That's all I'm saying.
Those
She
things,
was in it. She was
She
in the
was in it.
trenches with
She was
them.
great.
Shot for shot, right? You told me.
Shop,
Said she
yeah.
was.
She was
She was
a
like, we're
beast.
doing this together. I respected that though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked it.
I respected that too. And then she got up the next morning and played golf.
wow.
She was like, I was
A
on
beast.
the course.
She's a beast.
Like,
Ugh.
She's
Yeah.
a pro.
yeah. So I mean, that was one of those instances where people probably still talk about us. Remember that time we were in the bar and we saw
After
that
going to
group
3
of
wine.
people?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They were a mess.
Yeah, I haven't had like drunken mess stories, but I've had like work parties where people just wouldn't leave at the end of the night, and it's like, okay, we got to like close up, right? Like if my team is hosting something or another team is hosting something, there's like this group of like the 4 or 5 typical people that they always bunch together in the corner and they ride that thing out like it's a storm. They hunker down and lock in for like the dependable.
Yeah.
They like hunker down and lock in. You're like, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
There they are over there. This is going to be a long night, but we should stay for front row seats. I've had that. the crew that wouldn't leave. Well, we have, speaking of people watching, the four of us have some dinner reservations we need to get to today. So we're going to wrap this one up on people watching and get to do some more people watching
do
tonight.
Some people watching. I'm going to be cued in on my wife to see where I should be focused.
Yeah.
Yes.
And get your ear hustle on.
That's right, guys. If you're not doing it, do it. Highly recommend.
Yep. You'll thank us for it later.
You'll have something to talk about on the couch tonight, too. The debrief.
Yep.
All right, gang. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us today on this people watching episode. Speaking of people watching, you can people watch us on our YouTube channel, and you can ear hustle in the car on an entire episode across all podcast platforms. Come hang out with us, and thank you, and we'll see you soon.